To Mr. Heng Chau, Deputy Secretary General of the Cambodian Development Cooperation Board, Council for the Development of Cambodia, to be followed by Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Costa Rica.
Mr. President, distinguished delegates, Cambodia welcomed the adoption of the Sevilla Commitment in July 2025 as a renewed global framework for financing sustainable development. With 5 years remaining to achieve the SDG, and at a time of rising debt, declining investment, and shrinking aid, this commitment charts necessary path forward. We reaffirm our commitment to its full implementation. However, Cambodia must be direct about an acute and compounding challenge that is severely undermining our capacity to implement the Sevilla Commitment. The border incursion and sustained armed conflict initiated by our neighbor to the west, Thailand, since July 2025. The conflict has resulted in more than 100 deaths and the displacement of over 650,000 civilians. As of February 2026, more than 80,000 people remain displaced, including 50,000 women and 30,000 children. Many returnees face damaged housing, limited access to basic services, and safety concerns. 48 schools and 22 health facilities remain closed across affected provinces. Border closures and disruptions to trade and tourism have hurt Cambodia's economic recovery. As border trade has stalled, tourism revenues have also fallen as fears deter visitors. Mr. President, distinguished delegates, the Sevilla Commitment calls on us to close the SDG financing gap, strengthen domestic resource mobilization, and invest in health, education, and social protection. Yet the conflict forces Cambodia to divert scarce public resources toward emergency humanitarian response, reconstruction of destroyed infrastructure, and defense, resources that should be channeled into SDG implementation. At a time when ODA has already fallen, Cambodia is absorbing an additional shock not of its making. Cambodia has pursued a peaceful resolution through legitimate channels based on the UN Charter and international law. A ceasefire remains in effect as of March 2026. Those sporadic incidents and threats remain. Sustainable peace and sustainable development are inseparable. One cannot be achieved without the other. We call on the international community to recognize that conflict-driven fiscal shocks must be factored into development financing frameworks. Ensure that countries recovering from external aggression have access to concessional financing and debt relief without conditionalities, and support a just, durable, and negotiated settlement that allows Cambodia to redirect resources to its people and its development commitments. Cambodia remains committed to the Sevilla Commitment, but it will be meaningless without real change and political leadership from the international community. We ask this forum to stand with Cambodia and to ensure that the
I thank the Deputy Secretary General of the